Hey, do you feel awkward reaching out to people that you know in your sphere to talk to them about real estate? Maybe your mentor told you, hey, you got to reach out to everybody in your sphere of influence, get working on them. And maybe you feel like you're bugging them, or even worse, that they don't take you seriously. Well, I've been there. I've got you covered. You don't have to worry. I'm going to show you how to do that and actually flip the dynamic to where they are calling you. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down how to reach out to your sphere and something that's going to get the tables to turn and they'll actually start reaching out to you. All right, so before we jump into the video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I'm Isaac Guzman with Real Estate CEOs and Agent War Room, and I'm always here giving you the best, most relevant information on all things real estate, especially when it comes to generating and converting leads. We've got you covered here on this channel, so drop a comment, make sure that you like the video and share it. It does a lot for us on our side, so if you haven't already done that, do it now. All right. So when you're new or you're in a bit of a slump, maybe you're not closing consistently, your sphere can smell it, so to speak, because they're not seeing you in an authoritative light. And you know real estate's your thing, but they still might see you as, that friend from high school, that person from the PTA or the ASB, or that cousin who just got licensed. And so what happens? Inevitably, you hesitate. You kind of second guess. You don't want to sound salesy, right? You don't want to put yourself out there. You don't want to seem like you're begging. So what happens? You go quiet, and that's absolutely the worst thing that you can do in this situation. Now, we all want more sphere business because those are the people that we like to work with. Right? They know, like, and trust us, so to speak. We've heard that a lot, but how do we actually approach them? Well, we're going to break that down right here in the next step. So, first, it's a mindset shift. That's the first thing you have to think about. Your sphere doesn't actually want a salesperson, but they do want a competent professional. They want a professional that they could trust. But here's the truth: people trust results more than they trust anything else. They trust proof more than they trust your word. They trust momentum more than they trust random social media posts. They trust results. So here's a really simple thing. How do you provide proof of results early on? Well, you got to get closings, right? Activities, results. That's the thing they're looking for. They're looking for closings. They're looking for just listed, just sold closings. Now, that they're not actively looking for that, but that's what they notice. And if you don't have a ton of deals yet, the fastest way is to borrow credibility by joining a team potentially. Because here's the reality: back in the day, people used to choose their realtor like this. At least this is what I've heard. It actually predates my existence in real estate. But people will go, hey, we have a real estate need. Okay, who's that realtor right now? Oh, okay, call Isaac. He's a real estate agent that we know. Now it's nothing like that. They know multiple agents. They know five, six, seven, eight, right? They might have even had their license years ago. So here's what it sounds like more realistically today. Hey, we have a real estate need. Great. Well, of the five realtors we know, which one is the most competent, right? Not which one do we like the best or whatever. And that's evidenced as you can ask any agent. Have you ever had anybody who is in your sphere that used another agent? And all of us have the story, yes. Okay. And if somebody says no, either A, they're lying, or B, they don't follow up well enough to know that people are buying houses and selling houses without them. Anyways, I digress. So here's the reality: that people, when they do that, what they're going to go to is what they can recall. When they go, who's the most competent realtor? Right? It's not necessarily the last one they spoke to or the one they've known the longest. It's the one that they've seen is proving that they deliver results on a regular basis. So, social media is our best friend. Email is our best friend in this situation because you're not going to text them every time you have a closing. You're not going to call them every time you have a closing, but you should post, right? You should send out emails, right, that show, hey, here's what we did this month. Who else do you know that we can help, right? In story form. And here's how the cadence should kind of be is, hey, me at the beach. Here's the burrito I had for lunch. My kid playing baseball. Closing. Me visiting my grandma, me at the Grand Canyon, me on my morning run, closing. I'm out golfing. I'm out doing this other thing. My son just hit his first inside the park home run, closing. Listed, right? It's mixing that in there on a regular basis, not being all real estate and not being all personal, but blending the two because you exist, right, in both of those worlds, your regular life and your work life. So put them together because you want your sphere to trust you. Because what happens is they're going, oh, cool burrito. Great that you went on the dog walk. Way to go finishing the 5K. you're a competent real estate agent. I see the closings consistently. Now, if you don't have the ability to just generate closings out of thin air, like none of us do really, then one of the best things you can do is what I said earlier, which is join a team. Because here's the thing, teams oftentimes give leads. Now, they oftentimes take bigger splits on those leads, but you need to forget about that for a second. Here's the thing, when you close a deal, your sphere does not ask, I wonder if they got that from Zillow. I wonder if their team leader gave them that. I wonder what their commission split was on that. That's none of the questions that they ask. All they see is you are competent at doing your job. That's really important, right? So when you're thinking about joining a team, don't consider the splits. But here's the thing, it seems counterintuitive, but if you want to do more sphere business, you need to join a team and get more closings because it's not about the team per se, but it is about the closings, right? It's about the social proof that I am competent at doing this job. Okay. So the strategy is really simple. It's kind of a three-step strategy, so to speak. This is what I work with a lot of my agents is when you're joining a team, you got to join the right team. You got to have one that has consistent closings. They allow you to leverage that activity and you do it in a legal and ethical way to show that you are in motion, right? And you're helping, these are the things that we also want to show. You're helping buyers win offers. You're showing multiple homes a day. You just listed something in a hot zip code. Even if it's a team deal, it's your action. You are involved, right? Next, you got to document without pitching. You're not necessarily pitching, hey, use me. You're documenting the story of your success from your activities. So instead of begging your sphere for business, you want to show them that you're actually competent. So this is Instagram stories, quick recaps of showings, behind the scenes on closing days. Obviously, you're going to send something like post something like a story. Hey, these people came from Virginia, moved here. I was able to help them secure their first home in California, right? Telling that story with a picture of them. And in addition to that, you can always go and reach out directly to them by attaching it to a result. So here's what that means in general terms is you can shoot somebody a text that maybe they've mentioned something about buying or selling. Right. You could say, hey, I was just thinking of you. I actually just helped someone buy a house in your area or in that area you were talking about. And let me know if you want to run some numbers or kind of take a look at some properties and see what it would look like for you to buy in that same place. Right. That's an easy way to not pitch, but actually show proof and also go directly for a sale, though. All right, super simple. All right, so step number three after you do that is you just got to let your activity become an attraction piece for you. I'm not saying don't call them. I'm not saying don't send video text messages. I'm all about that stuff. But here's what I'm saying, and I'm going to give you my 28 touch program that you should be doing absolutely in just a second. But you got to let your activity become the attraction piece. It becomes your credibility, right? People start seeing you as that go to real estate expert. And the reason why that matters is because momentum builds trust, okay? You're getting real time reps, and your confidence tends to change when you're actually closing, whether it's by proximity with your team or you actually doing the transactions. And the conversations, they really shift from, hey, do you know anybody looking to buy to, hey, I've been really slammed lately helping buyers get into homes and I was just thinking of you. That is a better approach by far. And when your friends and family start seeing that you are competent, they start calling you as opposed to you having to reach out to them. Now, as promised, I'm going to give you a quick little bonus. 28 touches a year is done super easily by following the format that I'll lay out for you. First of all, every single month, you got to have a monthly market update, usually in the second week of the month, because your stats come out usually like the end of the first week. So you're going to do your monthly market update. I already have videos on the channel on exactly how we do the monthly market update. I give you the exact formula, so go watch that to get it. But you want to deliver one every single month, okay, in the second week of the month. Then in the last week, typically the fourth week of the month, you're going to deliver the things happening this month in your area. So I'm in March right now, at the end of March. What we would send out is things happening in April in San Diego, right? It could be family fun things, it could be all kinds of other things, but essentially you want to make sure that that happens. Okay. So that right there, if you're doing that once a month, boom, that is 12 emails they're getting from you in terms of the monthly market update. And then there's an additional 12 that are things happening in San Diego. update. And so the reason that works is because you're informing them about what's going on in the market and what's going on in their community, and that's what matters. We're not talking recipes, we're not talking spring cleaning stuff. We're just talking about market and community. Then what we got to do to make those additional 4 touches is this. Q1, you're sending a video text message. Super simple. Hey, what's up, Steve? I was thinking about you and I just wanted to reach out. Maybe I'll reference something. Hey, last time we saw each other, you were on your way to that Bahama cruise. Hopefully it was amazing. And it looked like the picture, and at least in the pictures, you were having a great time. Either way, whether it's 3 days or 3 months or 3 years from now, I'm your real estate resource. Whatever you need, I've got you covered. Make sure you reach out, brother. Bye. Boom. That's it. I send that out to every person in my sphere, every past client, every single quarter in quarter 1. Quarter 2, I'm actually making a phone call directly to them. I'm asking them if they have any questions about real estate, whether it's the overall market, what's happening with interest rates, or if they, and then I'll hit them up with, do they know anybody, right? I'm only going to do this once a year, and that comes in quarter 2. Quarter 3, I'm sending another video text message, and it's very similar to that one I sent at the beginning of the year. Now, it sounds like it might be redundant, but keep in mind, it's been 5.5, 6, 7 months since I sent that last video. I don't know about you, but I don't remember very much about specific interactions, let alone text messages that were sent to me 6 months ago. So it's going to feel really fresh, even though you know you did it 6 months ago. For all they remember, it was years ago. All right. Then Q4, you're going to give them a call. And you're usually going to give them a call about whatever you're doing in the holidays, Christmas party, whatever other kind of holiday party, coat drive, food drive, appreciation party, whatever it is that you're doing in Q4, socially, you're just going to invite them to that. So there you have it. You're going to send 12 emails a month with market updates. You're going to send what's happening 12 times in the year. That's 24 touches. And you're going to touch them each quarter, 2 video text messages, 2 phone calls a year. If you knock out all 28 of those, then you can trust yourself to start layering on more. Maybe you're inviting them to seminars or webinars or other things that you're doing. Maybe you are giving house buying tips. Well, not to mention, you're also giving them home value reports every single month if they own a home. You're sending them updated listings if they're searching for a home. There's a lot of contacts you could be making, but at a minimum, you need those 28. All right. So now, bringing this all together. Joining a team can help you because you're borrowing credibility and you're also demonstrating your proof of success by closing deals, even if they're company generated deals that come at a lower split. People are starting to see you as credible and they will start calling you because you're nurturing them, you're giving them the information that they need and proving that you are absolutely competent at doing the job. That's what it takes to tap in your sphere. Now, here's the thing. I know you might need a deal right now, and your sphere is a great source, but you've got to approach it with a long term mindset. That's what's really important. These people are going to feed your business for the remainder of your career. So make sure you do it right, be direct, and whatever you do, do not skip this. If you have a mentor, if you're in a new training program, you're a new agent, or you're in a bit of a slump, you cannot skip this for the love of God. Don't skip this. People want to hear from you. I know you don't feel confident or competent, but you can do whatever you got to do to get in that place. My hack for that, join a team. That way you can start crushing it and closing it right away, borrowing credibility from the team and the team leader. Hopefully you got a ton of value out of this video. Now, if you're interested in learning more, there's 2 ways you can partner with us. One is you can go join our free community. That's the Agent War Room. Go to agentwarroom.com. We're always just posting stuff in there. We're giving you relevant information. We're also giving you all kinds of playbooks and free courses inside that free community. In addition to that, let's say you really want to partner with us. You want to be on calls every single week with us and us pouring into you, opening up our playbook. Well, you can do that by joining the Real Estate CEOs community. The way to start that process is you go into the description for this video, click that link to book one-on-one time with me. We'll grab a Zoom call. If it makes sense, great. You can partner with us. If not, no big deal. You'll at least know the terms. Anyways, hopefully you got a ton of value out of this video. Go and take massive action. If you have any questions about any part of this video, drop a comment. See you on the other side. Till next time, keep crushing it.